was missing from them on their last game against MCU, only shooting 4 out of 17, 24%. But today, Christian Rios nakakadalawa ng 3-point shot. Six points now for Christian Rios. 10-2 is our score. Good start for the boys of Coach Renzi Bahar. There was a foul off that screen. Christian Rios was the culprit. Again, blazing start for Diliman in terms of their outside shooting. Nakakatatlong 3-point shots nang naipapasok ang Diliman College. 2 from Christian Rios. Carly Ortiz's version of a 3 won't go. And there will be a foul. Technical foul will be given against Coach Arnold Contorno of the University of Batangas Brahmans. Livid on that last play. 7 minutes 28 seconds remaining. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, familiar opponents, familiar foes itong University of Batangas Brahmans and Diliman College Blue Dragons, as Jomar Garces adds on his production, 4th point of his production for today. They play in the same mother league, the University and Colleges Athletic League. Make it 11-2. Carly Ortiz with that steal and strong drive, and he would settle for 2 free throws as he misses on that layup. Kakaamuyan ng maigi itong dalawang kuponang ito. But Diliman, that's Torato, who was fouled on that drive to the basket. James Torato, slow start here. With 7 minutes 21 seconds remaining. Tornado Torato, as we call him here. Spitfire guard for University of Batangas, cashes in on that second free throw to make it 11-3. Garces, lalap, running out of space to save that possession. Babalik ang bola sa kamay ng Diliman College Blue Dragons with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Alilong inbounding, gives it to Garces. 11 seconds to shoot for the Blue Dragons. Rios from way downtown, no go on that try. Ortiz giving it to Torato in the middle, and he will score. Yung sinasabi natin, James Torato leading the scorers now for UB. 3 points for James Torato. Usual problem for opposing coaches for UB. Garces using that lalap screen, electing to shoot a 3-point shot. He had one earlier, misses on that try. Torato starting the break for the Brahmans. 6 minutes 25 seconds remaining. Give and go play. 11 Elihai scoring to make it 11-7. First 2 points for 11 Elihai. Nakausap ko yung kanina, and relentless on defense. 3-on-3. Carly Ortiz. And second chance won't go for UB. James Torato missing that follow-up layup. Kalilong steadying Diliman. Imbanya underneath. And he would be fouled downstairs. And there will be 2 free throws awarded. John Tivar was the culprit. And para sa mga gusto pong manalo ng 500 pesos worth na GCash, ito na po ang ating unang katanungan sa larong ito. Sa ang PBA team kasama si Coach Renzi Bahar. A. Blackwater, B. Northport. Again, sa ang PBA team kasama si Coach Renzi Bahar. A. Blackwater and B. Northport. I-comment lamang ang inyong kasagutan, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Kaya mag-comment na, tayo namin ang inyong mga kasagutan. Fruitless attempt from free throw for Khalid Banya on that trip. 5.5 minutes remaining. Corner 3, no go for James Torato for the University of Batangas Brahmans. Rios gives it to Imbanya inside. Clobbered by 2 Brahmans, and he would be caught with a charging foul, extending his elbow. Lucky break there for UB. Still leading is Diliman by 5 points. Dejuelo. Torato running out of space, bothered by Embanya inside. Kalilong, meanwhile, was fouled by Alfred Dejelo. And Orlando Giteng checks in for the first time for Coach Renzi Bahar. Last game, he scored 13 points and made 2 3-point shots, 2 out of 5 from way beyond tong si Orlando Giteng. Kalilong gives it to Giteng. Back to Kalilong. 2-man game and lalap inside and offensive foul. As Brian Lalap, sumobra yung gigil dun. Medyo nakiraan ng medyo mabigat sa iskinitang binigay sa kanya ng University of Batangas. Turnaround shot by 11. Elihai will trickle in. Elihai 4 points now. Sabi niya sa akin kanina, Coach, babawi ako kasi masyado ako naging aggressive last ball game na kanilang nilaro. Talagang napunta siya sa foul trouble. James Torato in the middle will score 5 points now for James Torato. And Coach Renzi Bahar will call a timeout. We're tied at 11 apiece. We'll be back. And we are back for our second game, first quarter. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. We're tied at 11 all. It's a game between Diliman College Blue Dragons and the University of Batangas Brahmans for the Manuel L. Quezon Athletics Association Intercollegiate Basketball League. Maraming salamat po sa mga sumusubaybay ng ating laro. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po nagdadala ng aksyon sa inyo. Saan man kayo naroon, kasama si Sheska Botin, and we have a traveling violation for Diliman College. Ball possession back at the hands of the University of Batangas Brahmans. Exactly 4 minutes remaining the opening quarter. Luis Parinas checks in for Coach Renzi. James Torato kasama si 11 Elihai ngayon making his move. Hands it up to Dejuelo. Tivar giving the shield to Dejuelo, who pops from way beyond, and he will make it. Long two for Alfred De Helo. Offensive rebound by Lalap. Won't go. Dave Lalap, or rather, Brian Lalika for Diliman. Masyadong that may be corrected. That was a 3-point shot from Alfred De Helo to make it 14-11. University of Batangas Brahmans up now. Parinas, 4 seconds to create. 2 seconds. Do they know it? And they will run out of time. Shot clock violation for Diliman. Boys of Coach Arnold Contorno doing a great job on defense. Kita din natin sa screen, katabi ni Coach Renzi, Assistant Coach James Ngo of Jerry's Grill. Nabati natin ang kanyang ama, Boss Jerome Ngo. Brahmans now. De Huele thought of a 3. Gives it to Torato. Won't be bailed out at that time. Getting forward pass to Solomon Kone. Taking too many steps. Mukhang malayo-layo yung lakad ni Solomon Kone. No? Gustong magbanawe food trip walk. And Diliman getting back the possession. Jomax Garces. Ryan Lalika. Hands off to Giting. 9 seconds. Kone inside. And he would be fouled underneath as he spin to the basket. Tivar called for his second personal foul. Pass intended for Kone, read by James Torato. Jomax Garces culprit on that last foul. John Atienza was clobbered making that free throw, or rather layup attempt, and he's now on the line. 0 out of 1. First attempt missed by John Atienza. 2 minutes 12 seconds remaining. Second game. Kanina po nagwagi ang MCU Supremos 73-68 laban sa Villagers Montessori College. It was a tight game late on that stretch. Solomon Kone on the block and turn around won't go, but he would be fouled in the process. If that is Tivar, that will be rather nakaligtas dun si Tivar. That could have been Tivar's third personal foul. Solomon Kone, first free throw, won't go. Solomon Kone in their last game cashes in on the second. 18 points, 13 rebounds, double-double performance on that loss against MCU. Diliman College trying to bounce back on that loss that game. UB Brahmans, on the other hand, would want to make it 3-0 as they trash VMC last time around, 104-68. 1 minute 52 seconds remaining. UB retaining possession. Forward pass. Stolen by Diliman. Getting no go on the 3-point attempt. Again, Eli High fakes it and makes it. To make it a 4-point lead now for UB, 16-12. 1.5 minutes and change here. There will be a foul. John Atienza committing his first personal foul. Both teams now on the penalty. Orlando Biteng, one of the shooters of Coach Renzi Bahar. Shock troopers from the bench. Again, last game, he made 13 points out of 2 3-point shots. 1 out of 2 on that trip to the line for Orlando Biteng to make it 16-13. 1.5 minutes and change. Full court press defense for both teams. Sagutan ng pressure defense dito. 11 Eli High met upstairs by Solomon Cone. Cone recovering the rock for Diliman. And John Atienza will commit his second personal foul. Penalty situation for both teams as Jomax Garces already scoring 4 points. Make it 5 for the point guard of Coach Renzi. One out of 2 at Solomon Cone. Second chance opportunity but muffs the follow-up attempt. Third shot by Solomon Cone. Coach Arnold Contorno wants to talk things over. They still lead 16-14 against Diliman. To 14 is our count with 1 minute 10 seconds remaining in our first quarter. At tingnan natin yung player matchup. Solomon Cone, 16.5 points per game dito sa ating torneo against James Torato, evenly matched. And James Torato shooting a higher percentage against Solomon Cone. But Solomon Cone has a rebounding edge with 10.5 rebounds per game against the 7.5 rebounds average of Torato, while Torato making his teammates look good with 5 assists per ball game. Let's see how will that matchup pan out for today's ball game. 48 seconds remaining. Corner 3 is good for Manyas for Diliman. Ira Manyas. And bumawi naman dun ang Diliman. Alfred De Helo, another 3-point shot. Dalawang 3-point shot na ang binibigay ni Alfred De Helo. Cone out the block against Gafe. Again, 3-point shot would be good. Christian Rios has the hot hand. 10 points now for the ball game. And that would do it for the first quarter. Diliman College having the last say and the lead going to the second quarter. 20-19 against the University of Batangas. We'll be back. Live action back here for the Mqaa-Icbl from the Hoop Spirit basketball court in Banawe, Quezon City. We start the second quarter with Diliman College Blue Dragons leading by a solitary point against University of Batangas Brahmans, 20-19. And hustle play there. By Jeff Galamucho. There was a coach's challenge by Coach Arnold Contorno as Jeff Galamucho awaiting if his layup will count. Solomon Cone tried to block it, but UB was contesting it as offensive interference. Nabati natin ang ating mga supporters in Nasal Republic, Tatak, Ilonggo, and Riz Cartel, together with our founder, coach, or rather Congressman Arjo Atayde, with our Commissioner Gab Atayde. Tandaan po natin, this is only a short tournament, 8 teams participating, and single round robin. Ano makikita natin, tournament format natin, elimination round, 8 team single round robin. Then, papasok top 4 teams sa semifinals. Team 1 against Team 4 and Team 2 against Team 3. Both top 2 teams will enjoy a twice-to-beat advantage. Yung matatalo naman po sa semifinals will also battle it for the third place game, and we have a finals game. Mga malalapit lang po dito sa ating mga kaibigan sa Banawe. Pwede po tayong pumunta dito sa Hoop Spirit Basketball Gym dito sa Kings Point sa N. Rojas, malapit sa Banawe, Quezon City. Challenge, let's see, by Coach Arnold. Unsuccessful. Referee upholding the block made by Solomon Cone. Defensive mammoth inside. Balik ang bola also sa possession ng Diliman College. 9.5 minutes remaining and change here. Second quarter. Jomax Garces. A score ng isang 3-point shot kanino. Rios. Balik kay Garces going left, his strong side. Rios providing the shield. 10 seconds remaining. Rios, 3-point shot. Hits the side iron this time. Cone, offensive rebound. Surveys the floor. Gives it up back to Rios. Manyas couldn't handle the pass, but Garces saves it for Diliman. Corner 3. Manyas will make it for his second 3-point shot. 6 points now for Ira Manyas to make it 23-19. Galamucho again. And this time, he gets his point off that goaltending violation. And we have a report from our courtside reporter, Cheska Botin. Cheska.
Quarter pa lamang, talagang napakainit na agad ng atmosphere dito sa Mqaa kanina. Kitang-kita natin na si Coach Arnold Contorno ng University of Batangas ay mainit at matinding sinasabihan ng kanyang team tungkol sa pag-execute ng layout ng kanilang opensa. Talagang makikita natin na both teams were showing intense energy. You can really feel how badly both teams are hungry for that win. Kaya naman, which team will actually keep the momentum in the next 2 quarters? Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Borin. As we see, Solomon Cone inararo ang gitna para sa Diliman to make it a 4-point lead. Both teams, sabi nga ni Cheska, gustong manalo. At Jeff Galamucho, good backdoor cut. 4 points now for Jeff Galamucho to trim down the Diliman lead. Only 2 points. Settling the troops for the Blue Dragons. 7 minutes 45 seconds in the second quarter. Geteng gives it to Jomax Garces. Kone provides the screen. Garces from way beyond, too wide. Manyas was not able to save it. Talagang mainit, no? Yung talagang hindi lang itong venue, kundi yung atmosphere as a Dafe will be taken out by Coach Arnold Contorno, Batangas. Coach Arnold, talaga kanina nabigyan pa ng technical foul sa init ng bugso ng damdamin, really wanting to stretch their streak into 3-game winning streak. They won their first assignment, our opening game 2 weeks ago against CEU Malolo Scorpions. Followed it up with a huge win against VMC last Wednesday. University of Batangas retaining possession with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Ponce gives it on the left side to Ortiz. Galamucho, may 4 na puntos na yan. Carly Ortiz fires. Blanco. Kone starting the break. Almost turning the ball over. Kone finishing it. Good recognition for Diliman. The fluidity of the offense we can see there by Diliman. Manyas gets the rebound. 4 na puntos po ang tangan-tangan na kalamangan ng Diliman College. Pariñas goes to Kone off the block. Tivar, he has 2 fouls but steals the ball from Kone. 6.5 minutes remaining in the second. The man scores, rather, Rios' floater will be good. 11 points now for Christian Rios. At ang una pong nagwagi ay si Sherwin Joshua Perez. Sherwin Joshua Perez, hintayin po ninyo ang inyong communication from our staff. Carly Ortiz using double screen, but Kone was there. There will be a jump ball. Coach Renzi Bahar presses the panic button. They're up by 4, 29-25. UB will be back. And we're back in action live inside the Hoop Spirit Basketball Court at the heart of Kansas City's Chinatown, Banawe. 5 minutes 50 seconds remaining, second game of our doubleheader. Khalid Imbanya back in action for Diliman. Good seal by Imbanya inside, molesting the defense by Tivar of University of Batangas, who has 2 fouls. Mabilis ang ikot ng bola ng UB Torato. Balik na ulit. De Ramos, corner, jumper is good. Juan De Ramos, 4th point of the ball game. Rios, the hot hand. Jumper will rim out, but Imbanya was fouled on that rebound play underneath. Jeff Galamucho will be the culprit for that foul. One team foul apiece for these two teams. Pinabati natin ang mga nanonood sa aksyon ng Mqaa-Icbl ngayong araw na ito. Maya lamang po, i-announce natin ang nanalo sa pangalawang tanong natin. Rios coming off the screen. He was blocked. And ito na po ang pangalawang katanungan. Ano ang final score ng first quarter? A, 19-20. B, 29-25. Again, i-comment lamang po ang inyong kasagutan, pangalan, address, kasama ang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Abangan po namin ang inyong mga kasagutan. Carly Ortiz, meanwhile for UB, missing on that left-handed lane. Pariñas. Left-handed layup, but Embanya was there. Again, miss. Hurried shot by Khalid Embanya. Couldn't clean up the mess for Diliman. They lead by 6. Tivar, 3-point shot is good. John Tivar, first 3-point shot. Meron palang tira sa labas itong big man ng University of Batangas, streaming the lead down of Diliman to only 3 points, 33-30. 4 minutes remaining. Rios, top of the key, 3 is good. 14 points now for Christian Rios. Pakagandang gising. While Torato kicking it out. De Ramos being bothered by the defense of Diliman. It's Roji Platon, and Imbanya couldn't keep up with the pace of Juan De Ramos scoring. 6 points now for Juan De Ramos. Platon saving it for Diliman. Rios zigzagging. Won't score, but Imbanya was there. Second chance opportunity. But he was fouled downstairs to prevent that easy layup. Elihai committing a second personal foul against Khalid Banya underneath. Khalid Banya right now the free throw line. First free throw is good. Two out of two for Khalid Banya. Pressure defense for both teams. Ito yung labanan ng pressure defense. Both Coach Arnold Contorno and Coach Renzi Bahar known for that kind of defensive set. James Torato giving it up to Tivar. Tivar, balik niya kay Brian Lalap. Shoots at 3 and makes it. That's Dave Lalap. First 3 points, but Imbanya cleaning up his own mess for that follow-up. Would want to go for the dunk, but medyo kinapos yung pagtalon. Still, Diliman holding on to that 5-point lead. Long 3 won't go for Carly Ortiz. Pariñas. Platon, 3-point shot. That's a long 2. Forward pass. 11, Elihai uses his left hand and finish for UB to make it a 3-point game. 40-37. 11, Elihai, 4 points now. Rather, 10 points now. Lalap, second consecutive 3-point shot. 6 points for Lalap. And we're tied at 40 all. Coach Renzi Bahar wants to talk things over. We'll be back. And this has been an intense game between two familiar combatants from the UCAL. Diliman College, University of Batangas, Brahmans. Tabla sa 40 with 1 minute 57 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Coach Renzi Bahar calling a timeout. Again, pressure defense for both teams. Basang-basa nito ang bawat isa. Parinas being bothered by two maroon shirts. Embanya calming the troops. 10 seconds on the shot clock of Diliman. Parinas driving left. And nauubusan na ng oras sa shot clock ang Diliman College. Good defensive work of Diliman, or rather University of Batangas Brahmans, in disrupting the offense of Diliman. At si Coach Arnold Contorno naman ngayon ang tatawag ng timeout. Still, we're tied at 40 apiece. 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We will be back. And we're back in action, second quarter of this second game of the doubleheader for today's Mqaa-Icbl between Diliman College, Blue Dragons, and University of Batangas Brahmans. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po. Lalap! Key check on that 3-point try, but UB saves the possession for a second chance opportunity. Lalap again. 3-point shot. 2 straight misses for Dave Lalap. 1 minute 8 seconds remaining. Diliman almost losing the possession. Saving it, Orlando Giteng. Floater. No go. Embanya. And he will trip the line for 2 free throws as he misses that put back attempt. 11 Elihai again in foul trouble. His hands are full in defending Khalid Banya underneath, who cashes in his first free throw attempt. 6 points for Mbanya. 1 out of 2. Torato skying high for that rebound. Atienza going left. And there is a foul by Garces. Second team foul only by Diliman. Jomax Garces first personal foul. Brian Lalica checks back in for Coach Renzi Bahar. 47 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bola, UB. John Atienza gives it on the right side to Dave Lalap, but Lalap Jomax Garces, 2 consecutive fouls given up. 3 team fouls for both teams. 41-40 is our count. Namang ang Diliman College by a solitary point. Lalap again thinking 3. Nakadalawa yan kanina. Torato going left and he will escape, but Elihai was there. Still no go on the second chance opportunity. Mbanya loses the rock. Diliman saving it. Geteng. Helter-skelter basketball between Diliman and University of Batangas on that possession. Bola balik sa kamay ng Brahmans. Substitution. Tivar going out. Arlo Ortiz in for UB. 19 seconds remaining. Bago ang halftime break, has been a tightly contested matchup between similar or familiar. Elihai opting to pass. Lalap blocked by Mbanya. 5 seconds. Kalilong, he knows it. And he finds Rios inside. And they will have the last say with that Rios layup to make it 43-40 as we enter the halftime break. Diliman up against University of Batangas. Brahmans. Have highlights being shown here on screen. Christian Rios having the hot hand, scoring 16 points. Pinakamagandang gising among the players of Coach Renzi Bahar. Solomon Cone contributing 8 points during the first half, and that was 11 Elihai on his part, scoring 8 points for Coach Arnold Contorno. And Alfred De Helo scoring 1 out of the 5 3-pointers na binitawan ng Brahmans during the first half. Carly Ortiz finding 11 Elihai inside. Brahmans keeping it close. They're just trailing by 3 points versus Diliman. We're about to start the third quarter. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po naghatid ng aksyon ng Mqaa-Icbl kasama si Sheska Botin at the sidelines. Third quarter starting. UB on the offensive end. Torato step back 3 and it's good. James Torato scoring 8 points now for Torato. And we have a report from Cheska Botin. Cheska.
Time just wrapped up, and it's still a question between University of Batangas and Diliman College on who will lead and win this game. According to Coach Arnold Contorno, gusto niyang mas ipakita ng team ang galing nila sa depensa. Sabi nga ni Coach Arnold, give your best and let the defense speak. Yan ang bili niya sa players niya. Meanwhile, on the other side, Coach Renzi Bahar of Diliman College told the players to attack and attack. Gusto niyang i-pressure ng husto ang depensa ng UB para makakuha ng momentum. Back to you, Chris.
Cheska Botin, 9.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Two styles contrasting. Narinig yung report ni Cheska. Coach Arnold of Batangas would want to focus on defense as Joe Max Garces forces the issue on that try. On the other hand, for Diliman College, Coach Renzi wants to push it further on offense. Imbanya, 2 red shirts inside. And he would be fouled. Isa Dafe in for Coach Arnold. Commits his first personal foul. At ang pangalawang nanalo po ay si Rosalinda Trinidad. Again, our second winner, Rosalinda Trinidad. Nanalo ka ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Khalid Mbanya, first free throw won't go. Scored 5 points earlier in the first half. 0 out of 2 on the trip to the line for Khalid Mbanya. James Torato goes to the other side. Gives to Dafe on the block. Torato thought of the 3. Drives it. Dafe. Good cut. Nice cut underneath. James Torato recognizing the breakdown on defense by Diliman. Dafe will trip the line for 2 free throws. Second team foul, or rather first team foul for Diliman College. 8 minutes 44 seconds remaining. The third quarter. Nabati po natin, supporters natin in South Republic, Risk Cartel, and our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde. Isa Dafe, 1 out of 2 on the trip to the line to tie the ball game up 44 apiece. Diliman on offense. Rios, the hot hand in the first half. Tightly guarded. And 11 Elihai telegraphed that pass. Atienza. No goal. Kalilong. Sabi niya, kalma lang tayo. Kalilong, high looper off the glass. Rios was there to butter that pass. Matthew Kalilong, 10 points now in the ball game. 21 seconds sa shot clock ng UB. Dafe. Atienza now corner 3. No go. Torato pulls up from the baseline and he will score. James Torato, 10 points now, and he got the steal and he would give it to Atienza. Defense turning into offense for UB. John Atienza, 7 points for UB. Elihai bothering the shot there. Showing some hustle. Gustong makabawi nitong si 11 Elihai sa kanyang dismal performance dun sa kanilang laro the other day against Villagers Montessori College na napagwagian naman ng University of Batangas Brahmans 104-68. Anchored on the tight defense, especially the second half where they had dropped a 22-0 blast. Rios on the other end right now for Diliman. Fall away. Kone couldn't handle the rock. Torato. Piensa off the break. Goes left. Sidestep move, but Kone was there to butter that shot. Diliman again on the offensive. Kalilong uses that Kone shield. Kalilong has plans. He wants to give it to Rios. Elbow. Running cold that time for Christian Rios. 7 minutes and change remaining on the third quarter. Diliman now trailing by 2. Torato, 3-point shot. Goes left on that try. Kalilong rebounding for Diliman. Goes left. Sabi nga ni Coach Renzi, push, and he was pushed aside on the drive to the hoop. 11 Elihai being called for his 4th personal foul sa lalabang po at madidisqualified na si 11 Elihai. Been taken out in favor of John Tivar. .13 seconds on the shot clock by Diliman. Rios being the mark man here. Jonax Garces launches from deep and he makes it. 9 points for Jomax Garces. 2 out of 3 from way beyond to lift Diliman by 1 point, 49-48. Tivar, second 3-point attempt, no go. Diliman fast break, but that was a hot potato. Couldn't handle by Solomon Kone. Duty foul by Matthew Kalilong to disrupt the offense of Diliman. Second personal foul. Second team foul for Diliman. 6 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dave Lalap balik na para sa University of Batangas. He had a couple of 3-point shot earlier in the second quarter. Lalap trying, thinking 3. Tivar providing his shield. John Atienza, 3-point attempt, too strong. 5 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Third quarter, but Torato was there to steal the ball and wild shot by James Torato. Couldn't trickle in. That given the lead back to University of Batangas. 3-point shot from the corner. Four-point lead now for Diliman. Those outside shots are saving the day for Coach Renzi Bahar and his troops. Inbounds violation. 5 minutes 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pinasasalamatan po natin Risk Cartel, our supporters in Asal Republic, and Congressman Arjo Atayde of the 1st District of Quezon City, our founder, together with our Commissioner Gab Atayde. The Hello makes it from top of the key. What a block there. 9 points for Alfred De Hello. 13 seconds on the clock for Diliman. 4 minutes 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Garces setting up the offense, uses the Kone shield. Kone feed inside, and that's an easy layup for Solomon Kone against two red shirts. Make it 54-51, and Tivar throwing the rock away. Turnover for University of Batangas. They trail 51-54. 4 minutes 25 seconds in the third. Rios still couldn't buy a bucket in the second half. Giteng, 3-point shot, makes it. Four points for Orlando Giteng, his first 3-point shot of the game. Atienza gives it to Gafe, but Gafe couldn't handle the rock. Rios, left-handed layup, miss. Medyo nanlamig itong si Christian Rios coming into the second half. Gafe, blocked by Solomon Kone. Tumatakbo ang Diliman College. Giteng goes to Rios and makes it. 3-point play opportunity for Christian Rios. 18 points for Christian Rios. Napakaganda ng gising nitong si Christian Rios. 4 out of 6 from way beyond. Shooting 66% from 3-point land. Second free throw miss, but recovered by Orlando Giteng. Short jumper is good. 6 points for Orlando Giteng. Quite a factor here. Orlando Giteng, but the referees will review. Carly Ortiz. Carly Ortiz, Jomax Garces, double foul. Jomax Garces will be replaced here by Manyas. Lalika, balik na rin to replace Christian Rios. UB Brahmans on the offensive. Carly Ortiz calling the play for the Brahmas. Corner 3 is good for Alfred De Hello. Points now for Alfred De Hello. Mateo Calilong, 3 minutes remaining here. Trying to create for Diliman. Been struggling all game long, and the struggle continues, but Solomon Kone overshoots it. Bola mananatili sa kamay ng Diliman Blue Dragons with 2 minutes 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tivar was caught holding on to Solomon Kone on that inbounds play. Third personal foul for John Tivar, placing University of Batangas in penalty situation. Cone sinks the first. Second is good for Cone, 10 points now. At para pa sa mga gustong manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Ito po ang huling katanungan natin, pangatlong katanungan. Sino o ano pangalan ng ating commentator? Madali yan. A. Chris King de la Cruz. B. JB Olea. I-comment na ang inyong kasagutan kasama ang iyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasamang hashtag MQAAICBL. 15 points now for Alfred De Helo as he sank that 3-point shot to make it a 6-point game. Still UB trailing Diliman 63-57 with 2 minutes 9 seconds remaining, 8 seconds on the shot clock. There's a foul by University of Batangas, sending Cone again on the line. Cone scoring on the first. 10 points now for Solomon Cone. Make it 11 for the big man of Diliman College to stretch the Diliman lead to 8 points, 65-57. And Orlando getting too eager, guarding Carly Ortiz. That's his first. Ramans wanting to have a 3-game winning streak. Tivar thought of a 3, while Diliman wants to avenge that loss other day against MCU. Referees clarifying the last call. Coach Renzi stating his case. They will receive possession. Christian Rios, pinahinga lang sandali, bumalik ngayon para sa Diliman Blue Dragons. 8 puntos po ang kanyang kalamangan. 1 minute 47 seconds remaining. Third quarter. Again, pressure defense by UB. And Elihai, last touch, trying to disrupt the pass. Bola. Imatawid ng Diliman College. Christian Rios receiving the pass. Aaron pass there, saved by Macho Calilong. Hone recovering it, missing it, but gets the putback. And let's see. Coach Renzi protesting his case. Referees trying to review it, and it will count. 10 na po ang kalamangan ng Diliman College. May oras pa nung naibuslo yung basket na yun. 67-57. Carly Ortiz gustong bumawi off on that 3-point try. Giteng recovering it for Diliman. Rios gives it to Cone inside against 2 defenders and makes it 13 points now for Solomon Cone. Quietly making things happen. And there's a steal and a layup by Brian Lalica. And Coach Arnold Contorno had seen enough. He calls for a timeout. They trail 71-57. Diliman up against University of Batangas. 42 seconds remaining sa ating third quarter. Still, Diliman College Blue Dragons up 71-57 against the University of Batangas Brahmans. Brahmans now on the offensive. Torato kicks it out. Corner 3. Lala rims out. Kone with the rebound. Slowly, Diliman lumalayo laban sa Brahmans. Kone. Rios. 20 seconds remaining. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Kalilong. Does he know it? Kalilong circle shot is good. Last 6 seconds for the Brahmans to close the third quarter. And that would be it. Diliman College will close the third quarter up 73-57 against University of Batangas Brahmans. Let's see how Arnold and the Brahmans would respond as we go back after this break for the final period. Coach Renzi Bahar wants to be sure to close out any uprising presented by University of Batangas Brahmas as he called that timeout. They're still up by 16 points, 79-63 with 6 minutes 34 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po naghahatid po ng aksyon ng Mqaa-Icbl. Lalika was mothered inside, possibly by John Tivar. Yun na nga po, tinawagan na ng fourth personal foul si John Tivar against Brian Lalika on that last play. Bola po mananatili sa kamay ng Diliman College. 6.5 minutes and change in the fourth. Free throws coming up for Brian Lalika. As that was an act of shooting foul. First free throw, no go. Nabati po natin ang mga constituents ni Congressman Arjo Atay, our founder sa 1st District ng Quezon City. Lalika, no go, 0 out of 2, but Connie was there to recover. Recycling the offense for Diliman. Halilong, circle shot, no go. De Ramos pulls up from the perimeter and it will trigger in. On De Ramos, 6 points. We're reaching the 6-minute mark in the fourth. John Atienza committing his fourth personal foul. Diliman up still by 14 points, 79-65. Christian Rios being bothered there by Juan De Ramos, but mananatili sa kamay ng Diliman College Blue Dragons ang bola. Getting crossing the half-court line. Kaliyong using time. Connie at the block and nangitlog sa ilalim si Solomon Cone. Masyadong napatagal yung pasa from Christian Rios. They're milking the clock right now. And Tivar will be fouled by Orlando Geteng. Wala na nagawa doon si Orlando Geteng. Mismatch underneath. John Tivar will shoot the line for 2 free throws. John Tivar missing second free throw. Converted the 3-point shot earlier. 4 points now for John Tivar. Yeah, pressure defense for UB. But Diliman calmly beats it. Cone, helter-skelter basketball, but he converts inside, molesting the interior defense of UB underneath. 81-66 our count. Elihai wanting to drive past Cone, but would be fouled. Egadoy with that foul. 15 seconds on the shot clock for UB. If they want to come back, this is the perfect time to mount a rally. Atienza, fall of a 3, fall away jumper is good for John Atienza. 11 points for John Atienza for University of Batangas. Meanwhile, Kalilong, forward pass to Geteng. BC using the clock. 3-point shot, no go. Matakbo ngayon ng UB. De Ramos pull-up jumper. Hits the side iron. 4 minutes 28 seconds remaining in regulation. Kalilong slowing things down for Diliman. They're up 81-68. 30-point lead. Christian Rios fall away and he gets it. Christian Rios having a hell of a ball game, 20 points. Started the game strong, set the pace for Diliman College. Elihai on the other hand. Lalap, his third 3-point shot for the game. 9 points for Dave Lalap. Di pa sumusuko ang mga bataan ni Coach Arnold Contorno and counter steal by University of Batangas Brahmans. 3.5 minutes and change. Lalap and masyadong malayo from Quezon Avenue. Yung nilaunch niyang 3-point shot. Maybe hurried that shot. 12-point lead by Diliman, 83-71. 3.5 minutes remaining. Regulation. Parinas against two maroon shirts. Kalilong wisely using the clock. Kalilong gives it up to Kone. But he muffs that jam. But he will settle for 2 free throws as there was a foul by Von de Ramos. First personal foul by Von de Ramos. Solomon Kone again trooping the line for 2 free throws. 13 points for the big guy. Quietly creating for Solomon Kone. 14 points now. Two out of 2 for Solomon Kone. 14 points. Ay, yun din ang kalamangan ng Diliman at pinawasan ni James Torato. 12 puntos ang hinahabol ng Brahmans ng University of Batangas. Bola mananatili sa kamay ng Diliman College Blue Dragons. 2 minutes 55 seconds remaining in regulation. James Torato on the other hand scoring. This Diliman lead to only 10 points. Lando Geteng crossing half-court line. Parinas kicks it out. Rios, they use the clock patiently running their offense. Kalilong, Kone wanted to jam it but settles for a layup. Swap again the lead of Diliman to 12 points. Dafe, Lalap thinking 3. Gives up the ball. Bigay kay Torato. Torato. Marap kay Kone. And Coach Arnold Contorno will call a timeout. They're trailing by 12 against Diliman College, 87-75. 2 minutes 4 seconds remaining in regulation. 12 puntos po ang hinahabol ng mga bataan ni Coach Arnold Contorno at ng University of Batangas Brahmans. We're still live here at the Hoop Spirit Basketball Court at the heart of Chinatown of Quezon City. Last 2 minutes. Lalap thinking 3. And Torato throws it as they want to beat the shot clock. Kone protects it. Barring any miracle, University, or rather Diliman College Blue Dragons will bounce back to get this impending win. 1 minute 30 seconds remaining. De Ramos gives it to Dafe. Muffs it. Bola mananatili sa kamay ng University of Batangas Brahmans. And si Coach Renzi naman ang maninigurado, calls a timeout. Labang sila ng 12, 87-75 against the University of Batangas Brahmans. And we're back in action for a second game today between Diliman College and University of Batangas Brahmans. Paalala lang po sa mga manonood po, next week on Wednesday we'll be playing at the Trinity University of Asia as Carly Ortiz drilling that 3-point shot to cut this Diliman lead to just 9 points, 87-78. Tingnan natin kung mangyayari yung ginawang rally ng VMC kanina dito sa University of Batangas Brahmans. Ilapit nila ang laro kanina only by 1 point. There will be a foul and the both teams now in the penalty and there will be a technical foul. Let's see kung kanino ibibigay yun. James Torato, out of frustration, being given a technical foul. That would mean 2 free throws for Diliman. Solomon Kone on the line for 2 free throws. 1 minute 10 seconds remaining. First free throw is good, Solomon Kone. And now 2 free throws coming up for Luis Parinas. First free throw is good. First point, vault the ball game for Luis Parinas. Ups the lead of Diliman to 11 points, 89-78 with 1 minute 10 seconds to go. Again, para po sa mga manonood sa Wednesday, ating mga laro po sa araw na yun ay gaganapin sa Trinity University of Asia along E. Rodriguez at sa Sabado naman po, balik po tayo dito sa ating tahanan sa Banawe sa Hoop Spirit Gym. Lalap, 3-point shot, wayward on that try. Kone secures the ball. 1 minute remaining, 90-78. 12-point lead by Diliman. An impending win for the Blue Dragons, bouncing back on that loss against MCU last Wednesday. Again, Solomon Kone making too many steps. 41 seconds remaining. UB keeping the score close earlier, and Carly Ortiz will sink that 3-point shot. Still pressure defense being employed here by UB. Parinas, or rather Maranya couldn't score. "15 seconds remaining in regulation." Solomon Kone committing his third personal foul, and Alfred De Helo heads to the line for 2 free throws. Settling for the final count, misses the verse. Again, paalala po sa mga manonood natin, sa Wednesday po, pupunta po kami sa Trinity University of Asia sa E. Rodriguez, at sa Sabado naman po ay balik kami dito sa Hoop Spirit Basketball Court. Maraming salamat po sa mga sumusubaybay at tumatangkilik sa Mqaa-Icbl. 8 seconds remaining, and Kalilong will just dribble it out. Diliman College will win this one 90-82 against the University of Batangas Brahmans. And we'll be back for our best player of the ball. It's 90-82, Diliman College over the University of Batangas Brahmans. At ngayon, kasama ni Cheska Botin ang ating best player of the ball game. Cheska.
And now, for the Inasal Republic Best Player of the Game, we have here Christian Rios of Diliman College with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. So, Christian, ano yung nakain mo ngayon at masyadong mainit yung shooting mo kanina? So first of all, during the last minute of the game, ano yung naging diskarte mo? What was going through your mind as you shoot all your shots kanina?
Sinod lang namin si Coach Renzi, nag-stick kami sa plano namin. And then yun, nag-result sa magandang laro. Yun lang.
And how do you think this win will help you in your next game?
Siyempre, makaka-ano to ng kumpiyansa namin. Sana tuloy-tuloy na. Kasi talo kami last game eh. Yun lang.
And lastly, is there anyone you would like to give a shout out to or message to?
Binabati nga pala yung teammate ko, sila Coach Renzi, sila lahat ng coaches, and syempre sa asawa ko sa Isabela at anak ko. And then Diliman Community, kay Ma'am Nikki Cositeng, kay Doc Epoy, Sinshoko Family. And then, sa mga hindi ko nabati, biyabati ko kayo. Yun lang.
Thank you, Christian, and to your team. That is all for now. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Jessica Bolted, with our best player of the game, Christian Rios. And that would be it for our doubleheader. Kanina po nanalo ang MCU Supremo 73-68 against VMC. At now, Diliman College over the University of Batangas Brahmans 90-82. At sa ngalan po ng mga bumubuo ng Mqaa-Icbl, our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde, Commissioner Gab Atayde, our production team, Sir Paul Pinion, our courtside reporter, Sheska Botin. This has been Coach Chris King de la Cruz. See you at the next venue.